I'm almost certain that pretty much everyone here has seen their fair share of bad surgeries, whether that be a facelift, a hair transplant, a boob job, or even a BBL. Pretty much everyone has seen some case of a bad surgery. But I don't think almost anything could prepare you for how bad these cases are that we're going to be talking about today. Today, we're going to be talking about someone that goes by Dr. Kim on TikTok. That's probably two words a lot of people already don't want to hear in the same sentence, doctor and TikTok, let alone TikTok surgeon. But getting into it, this guy's been seeing a ton of attention recently because of the before and after videos he's been uploading. Now, I would immediately start going into the details about how he's been absolutely butchering people, but I feel like it's better that we start with an example first. So we're going to be starting this off with one of his more popular videos, and of course it's going to be showing the before picture first. Now, I'm no looks maxer or anything. I'm not sitting here studying like people's facial quadrants or anything like that, but at least from my perspective, this guy looks completely fine, especially for his age. In this video, it says he's 51. He literally looks like someone's dad or something. He looks like a super kind dude just by looking at his face, but I guess clearly he didn't think the same thing, so he decided that he would come to this Dr. Kim guy to get a facelift surgery to possibly make himself look younger. So I guess we could take a look at the results then. Now, I just wanted to let that sink in for a while. Before I even say anything, I want to mention that I'm obviously not saying any of this to like make fun of or hurt this guy or anything. I'm saying all this to mostly point out the obvious of how bad this surgery is. This guy came into the clinic thinking that he looked a bit old for his age, he might have not been that pleased with his looks, and he might have just wanted to get his groove back on, maybe make himself look a couple years younger like he did back in the day, but nope. This guy sat here and genuinely turned him into a real-life skinwalker. He made him look like a live-action Joker or something. Like, I've never been a true believer or a true fan of facelifts or anything like that because, to me, they always really don't look that good, and you can tell when someone's had a facelift, especially a bad one. But this is absolutely horrible. You almost can't even call this a facelift. I'm not even sure what you would call it. This is literally the Skinwalker Special or something. It looks so unnatural. Like I said, it's no offense to this guy at all. It's just completely talking mainly about the surgeon here. But imagine you're in the scenario where you're in like a dimly lit, kind of foggy back alley at like the middle of night, and then this guy just creeps out of the shadows and you just see his face through the fog. I guarantee you, I will be out of there so quick that he'll think he accidentally walked up behind the Flash or something. Now, with me also sounding so certain of how bad this surgery is, I do have to say that I'm obviously no surgeon, but I could almost guarantee you if you give me a scalpel and some tools, I could almost 100% probably do a better job than this. Like, honestly, even screw the scalpel at this point. Give me like some Play-Doh scissors and some masking tape and I could probably do a better job. Like I said though, I also feel like I need to mention again that I'm not making fun of or like attacking this guy at all. It's specifically the surgeon. I do not want any singular person in the comments to get confused and start saying, oh, you're bullying people for trying to make themselves look better. That is not the case. Now, after looking at that example, there are some people in the comments and just some people like duetting this video saying that surgeries like this take some time to heal. They'll look a lot better after they heal. Just wait till it heals. Like I said, I'm no doctor, but I don't think you're gonna heal from this. Like, I'm sure certain parts will look better, like the top of the head where you could see that he made the stitches and stuff like that. Sure, that's gonna heal up, it's gonna be a tiny little scar, but it's not gonna change the general appearance that makes them look like skinwalkers. I'm also clearly not the only one that thinks/knows that as well, because other doctors have been duetting this video and pretty much saying the same things that everyone else is thinking of. Jesus Christ, you completely butchered this man and made him look like an actual creature.
Oh, what a good-looking older gentleman. He kind of reminds me of one of my neighbors growing up. Oh, they're pulling on his cheek. What happened to his face? Oh, what a beautiful young woman. I think she may have had a little bit of work done to her upper eyelids, maybe her lower eyelids too. What beautiful young woman. What? What happened to her earlobes? Oh, what a little grandma. She kind of reminds me a little bit of my grandma. Oh, what a sweet looking woman. What'd they do to grandma? People are commenting all over TikTok about this Dr. Kim's results. Is this taking it too far on a 46-year-old? Or you do all these procedures on a beautiful 39-year-old woman? Or approximately 8 to 10 hours of surgery on a 76-year-old woman? First of all, no criticism to any of these patients. If they want to undergo a cosmetic procedure and alter their appearance, then that's their business. But every surgeon has to make their decision on what they think is right. And for me, no thank you.
And of course, that's not the only example as well. He has a ton of videos like these on his account. We're going to be taking a look at another one right here. It says that this lady is 71 years old, and even her, honestly, she doesn't look that bad for her age. 71 is pretty old, and there's nothing wrong with looking this way at 71. But we pretty much already know how this is going to turn out, so let's scoot into the results. Now, just like the last guy, this is absolutely horrible. After seeing some of these results, I'm almost surprised no one has tried to sue him yet. This is absolutely horrible. This lady almost doesn't even look human anymore. He almost turned her face into like a walking uncanny valley effect. It's actually genuinely horrible what he's doing to people, and one of the things that honestly surprises me the most is people that are going in to get these surgeries from him, it's hard to believe that they haven't done any research on him as a doctor. And if I was going to go get any sort of surgery for almost anything and did some research on the doctor that I'm getting surgery from, especially if I knew that they were more of a kind of like famous online doctor, and I seen results like these, there's literally no way that I'd be going to this doctor to get the procedure done. You couldn't even pay me to go to them to get it done. So it's just honestly surprising how he even has patience. Now, to be fair though, I'm not gonna sit here and act like completely all of his surgeries are just absolute botch jobs where he turns them into a creature, because that's not necessarily 100% true. In a few of his like pinned videos, the people after the surgeries don't actually look that bad. I'm not gonna say they look great though, because I'm not necessarily a big fan of like appearance altering surgeries, because I don't necessarily think most people need them. At least a few of the ones in his pinned videos don't look absolutely atrocious. And this kind of moves into my next point of, I feel like people nowadays are much more likely to go and get appearance altering surgeries. I feel like it's also due to social media making people feel like they don't really look good because they're constantly comparing themselves to people online. And like I said, I'm not really a big fan of any sort of appearance-altering surgery, and I feel like most people just don't need it. I literally don't think that almost any of them are good, and in most cases, after pretty much all these different surgeries, I feel like people end up looking worse. Whether that's a facelift, some sort of lip filler, a BBL, a boob job, pretty much any of these surgeries, you can tell when someone's had it done, and it makes them look worse. And kind of going a bit more off topic, it's just so surprising to see the lengths that people will truly go to try and make themselves look better. Like, I don't know if you guys have recently heard about or seen the surgeries where guys will literally like break their legs basically and implant rods in them to make themselves like a few centimeters or potentially even a few inches taller. It's crazy to think that people are truly willing to cause permanent physical damage to their body just to look slightly different, usually trying to fit in with some sort of like social norm or something. Moving back to the main topic though, and speaking of Dr. Kim, in the results that I showed you that the people look somewhat halfway decent, a lot of people are saying that he used some sort of like AI software or some sort of filter to make the people look different to get more views. And I'm not going to go too in depth on that because I'm not too sure how true or untrue it is, but I did think that it was important that I do bring that up. Now, also moving on to my next point of getting views, a lot of people were also talking about he's uploading these different results and stuff to get a lot of views, and to me, I see almost no reason that he'd be doing that specifically for views and to benefit from it, because as a doctor, I see almost no way that you benefit from posting botched results online. Like, sure, you'll probably get a ton of views off of it, but like I said, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure posting botched, horrible results online isn't necessarily the way you'd want to go about getting more patients. Like I said, I don't know though, I just assume as a doctor, you'd much rather prioritize having a good reputation over getting a couple more views on social media. But if we didn't already know, I'm pretty sure the lesson that we got from today's video is, if you're going to go get, honestly, almost pretty much anything ever done, I'd recommend that you don't go to someone that's pretty much mainly a TikToker rather than whatever their profession should be. Whether that's, in this case, obviously a surgeon, or anyone else, whether that be like a mechanic, a carpenter, just try to stay away from people whose main identity is TikTok and their profession is like a second to that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today's video. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 500, and make sure to leave a like as well. That helps a ton. But I'll catch you guys in the next one.